So I'm Casey with Casey's Paint Shop, and we are here today with our good friends from Rupes. We got Todd with us today. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the tools that y'all recommended that y'all would like for us to try in the body shop, right?
For sure.
We've got what, four different tools that you think we may or may not be able to use that you wanted us to just try out.
Yep.
So
give us your honest feedback and kind of go for there, especially being that you guys are doing high-end work. Everything doesn't always transfer, but we're really interested in your feedback.
Cool.
The tool that we're most excited for as a company is this guy right here. And what it is, it's one of our hybrid tools. So it's battery powered or corded. But what makes it unique is this. It is a hand block, right? So it's designed, or the size of a hand block. So it's designed for maybe sanding body filler. But when we go into a lot of shops in the US, we ask them, why don't you use a vacuum, right? It's a lot cleaner. Well, I don't like to have a hose. When I'm hand blocking, I want complete maneuverability of the hand block. I'm shaping the panel. Why don't you use a powered orbital, right? Because with a standard hand block, the only time it sands is when you're pushing it across the surface. Whereas a powered orbital is sanding all the time, so it's faster. And then we get the same exact feedback. I don't want a pneumatic line or an electrical cord getting in my way. So what Rupes did with this tool is kind of fix both those problems. This actually contains a self-contained vacuum. So it does all the vacuum for you, and the way it hooks up is simple. Now you can hook it up to a dust vac if you want 100% extraction, or you simply push this filter on, and there's an impeller in here that creates dust extraction. So you don't have to have the encumbrance of a tube. And then of course, being hybrid, we can use it corded or battery powered. And now we have a hand block that's quiet, no vibration, and gives you all the advantages of an orbital tool. And it's one of those tools, every time somebody touches it, they go, holy, I can't believe that it's that smooth.
You can't feel it vibrating.
It's incredible. 3mm orbit, it will remove body filler up to twice as fast as hand sanding with dust extraction, with none of the drawbacks. So in Europe, this has been one of our best selling tools, and it's new to North America. And for the guys that are doing a lot of body filler, now don't get me wrong, when you're doing your initial, I'm sure you're putting down body filler and then you guys are hand blocking it to get the body panel, I would say do that first step by hand, right? Because you don't want the machine to alter it. If it's a collision shop, you do it with this the whole time. But then once you knock that out, that first step, and shape the panel, switch to this and your guys will love it. I mean, it has gotten so much positive feedback. And what makes it unique, it's almost like our Bigfoot polishers when they came out. It's the first one in the market like it. It doesn't suffer from any drawbacks, and it's not heavy. It's super light, super quiet, and very, very low vibration. And it's the standard 200 mil by 80 mil hand block sandpaper. So standard hand block sandpaper will fit it, and as long as it has holes, it'll work with dust extraction.
Very cool.
Very, very cool.
And for a guy with early onset arthritis, I think, because when I sand with DAs, it kills me. I can feel the difference in this versus.
You won't even feel it.
When I use DAs, man, I can feel it for days.
Yeah. No, I think that thing will work perfect for you.
Nice. Very cool.
All right.
All right. So stepping into a bigger version of what we had.
Yep. And pneumatic version, sure.
In the pneumatic, right? So this is, man, that's got to be at least 3 foot.
Close.
Nice.
It's close. It's 400 millimeters.
Which
is metric for like 6 feet.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought. All right.
Yeah, so this is our pneumatic file board. So anybody, again, similar to the battery tool, but it's really hard to run a battery that can move this much mass. So it is pneumatic, super lightweight, precision machined vacuum plate. So anybody who's sanding body filler and doing longboard sanding, this is the powered version of that.
It's got a pretty stout backing plate too. It's not real.
Yeah, no, it's meant to shape material.
Yeah,
I mean,
cool.
It is. You put the abrasive on it and you file the panel down. Again, in collision world, if we're doing body filler, which in Europe they still do a lot of repair versus replacement, these are really popular. In the US, what you're doing, I would still hand block that first step, and then I would switch to this. That way you have that there's no machine action that's preventing you from feeling the panel for that first step. But after that, this will make your sanding so much easier and keep the panel completely flat.
It's funny you say that, like how on the other side of the world, everybody still fixes things. Every tech here
It's
just
replaced.
knows how to drill spot welds and
Yep.
spot weld everything.
Completely different philosophy.
I've-
Even over in Europe, watching them put body filler on is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. They don't use a mixing board. They put the putty on, they use metal spatulas, and they mix it on the spatula, and then just one swipe and nail it, and then feather it in with they'll bend the metal blade and just feather it in, and they're done. And it's just wild to watch it. And they're doing it, 20, 30 times a day versus in the US.
Yeah, nobody does. I even have a buddy who just got in a incident with his Porsche, and he doesn't want to have the quarter panel replaced. He's like, there's no body men left.
Yeah,
He
right,
said they're all
right.
panel replacement
Yeah.
techs, essentially. He said that art's gone, and he talked about bringing his car down to us. He's like, I'll have y'all fix my quarter, because if I have anybody else up here fix it,
They're gonna
they're
be
just
able
going
to-
to put
yeah.
a quarter panel on it.
Yeah, they're just
He's
gonna
like, it's
replace
not
the-
that bad. He said, but they don't know how to fix this anymore.
Nope. And then, and even in that lost art of spraying the panel and then blending the clear coat, it's different now.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Times are different for sure.
but we think with what you guys are doing in the high quality, that this is going to offer a good benefit, especially for those second and third sanding steps. We are trying to keep the panel flat and.
So there's no trigger on it. So how do you start it?
Oh, so one side that's your on off, right here.
Okay.
On the, if you're facing the tool, it would be the left side, and then the right side is your air control.
Now we don't have it all hooked up. Okay, very cool. A little bit different, but
Yeah,
easy.
but that thing rips. It's an industrial tool. I mean, if you can feel, that thing is well built.
We'll put this to the test.
If you drop it, you'll hurt the floor.
Okay. Explaining this tool to me earlier, you kind of got a little excited about this. Gear reduction, is it still 6-inch?
Well, I'm gonna break your heart, but yeah, it's 6 inches.
How do you open the box?
You'll probably think it's a little bit larger.
Oh, that's 8-inch all day long. So what would be the benefit to having this style DA versus
The standard,
the
sure.
standard dome?
So in the body, this is more, although you could use it to sand clear coat, it is random orbital. It's more of a body shop, body man's tool. And in the body man's tool world, Rupes in 1996 came out with a new design that had a gear drive on it. So we called it a gear-driven sander. Guys kind of use the term mud hog.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So it's a gear-driven, usually they were 8-inch sanders, and they just ripped body filler down. The downside of that style is the sand mark it puts in is a little rough. So you need to do a couple spots of sanding afterwards to refine that scratch. Otherwise, you're gonna get dieback and you'll be able to see that mark. So this is kind of the random orbital version of a gear, of a mud hog. So it is random orbital, but there's a gear reduction in here and the torque is super high, and it's a two-handed sander. So you can, with adequate air supply, you can lock in and get on this, and it's just gonna keep ripping paint.
Nice.
But it leaves that random orbital scratch pattern. So kind of all the advantages of a mud hog, but none of the drawbacks. So that's why I kind of gave you that look when we were talking about this tool, and I was like, man, this is cool. It can be used with vacuum extraction, but it is a body man's DA. And a lot of the body guys prefer that kind of Hutchins old school style.
Oh yeah.
Two-hand,
For sure.
let it rip.
So what's the throw on this?
6 millimeters.
6. Okay.
6 millimeters.
Are they available in other sizes, or is this
Just the 6 millimeter.
Just 6? Okay.
Yep,
Cool.
that's what was requested for us for that style of sander in that world. And it's all the advantages you'd expect from a Rupes sander. Low vibration, lightweight, relatively quiet for a pneumatic, but just tons and tons of power.
Perfect. That'd be good for stripping cars, especially like if we're working in the body shop or in the fab shop and we're stripping paint off. This will hook up to our vacuum the same way, and we won't have to sit there and wait for a DA to knock it off.
Nope, and you'll rip it off.
Perfect.